Hello everyone and welcome to Lakeside, and this is Saturday morning, correction, no, it's Saturday afternoon now, and I thought I would do a video for this weekend just to show you how far I've got since last weekend. It's gone on okay, pretty well actually. I'm happy with the way this is going, and the layout is starting to look like a little bit like the old Lakeside that we knew. I've now put the bus wire into good use by connecting up a lot of the dropper wires, especially down by this platform area. So I'm gradually getting there, and that does take the time, to be honest with you, putting the dropper wires in and so forth. But I will take you around the layout now as far as I've got, and so I will speak to you shortly. Okay, so bye for now. Hello again. As I was saying previously, I've got them reasonably well. Well, I think I have. I've got quite a bit done during the week. Starting off here, there's been no change here really. The micro switch I still haven't wired up yet, but there's no need for that at the moment. I've got a placed point just here ready for when I carry on the track here, so that will then feed off into the storage yard. And if we go here, I've got a point here placed ready to serve both the outer track up to this side of the platform, and also this part of the track which serves the other side of the platform. If we come down to here, I've now motorized this point as well as this point, so that now on the inner track I can either carry straight on up through the platform that side, so platform 2 in effect, or go this side to platform 1. So those 2 points are now operational. If we then carry on through the platform area and go up, I've now motorized this point, so now I can have a loco or a train coming either on this track or this track, both feeding this way. I will be putting signals on this layout, by the way, because I think I need it now, rather than I didn't have any at all on the previous layout, but I do now, I think. Adds a bit of realism too. And over here I've got a point placed here, so that will feed to that side of the platform or that side of the platform. So in effect I could have them feeding in to here and then going on the outer loop. So then as we come round these 3 loops, we get to here, and this track finishes. I haven't had time yet to carry that one on, but these 2 I have. So I've carried those on and got to here, and there you will see the old platform which I had on the high-rise level on the original Lakeside. That's now down on the same level but in the same position, and the nice thing about it is that with this layout I can now reach with a camera and get right up close and see the details once more, which I never was able to with the other layout. So I'm really happy with that. So that's obviously just there for placement purposes at the moment, but that's where it will be. So you can see the curves now coming around, or the track rather, not the curves, coming around, and you can see the US rolling stock here, which is all hooked up to Big Boy right down there. And you can also see class 25 hauling 5 coaches on the express line, as I call it, and this is the suburban or freight line. Billy's Bridge, yep, she's come back, but she's now got a partner. Another brand new Hornby suspension bridge, which I will paint up in the same manner as I have with this one. I will redo these columns here better. The painters are still patiently brushing away there, and they will remain, obviously. So this obviously now is going to be the lake, hence Lakeside. As again in the previous layout, that's roughly where the lake was, and it would take basically the same shape again. This time the track which serves that platform runs behind, just there, and I've only placed a couple of bits of track there for the moment. So if we move down, you can imagine that bridge is set much lower, so this part here will be flush with the board. And so what will happen is these are the 2 outside loops, and I have a point placed there for the moment, and that will curve round and go onto this track, and this track will curve round and go onto that. And once they're through the bridge, they will then curve around and connect up with the track which I've already laid at the back. And this point here will spur off and serve as a small chute to go to that far end platform. And that basically will be the major part of the track work on this new Lakeside. As I said to you before, I want this layout to be reasonably simple. I will have an engine shed and I will have a TMD area, but they will be small. They won't be highly complicated, it's just really for show. And there's quite a few spaces that I can use for both those. As you can see, dotted around, there's an area there I could use. I've already decided where things are going to go, so, but I'm not saying anything just yet. I've got space up there, along here, over there, but not over there. So that really is about it. Right, I'm very pleased with the way this is coming so far. It's gone down very easily, especially using this Woodland Scenics matte track bed. This stuff, that is just absolutely fabulous to use. I'm really pleased I've decided to use that now. This has gone straight at the moment, but all I need to do is literally lift this corner here and it will peel up, which I'll need to do because I need to curve it now, but I can't do that until I've got the bridges in place. But yeah, it's really good stuff to use. Brilliant stuff. So that's where we're at the moment. So 2 complete loops on the inner, and the 2 outers still yet to be done. So if we look down to the platform area, that's the way it's looking at the moment. And there we go. Right, so I think the next best thing, we'll put the 2 locos on, and we'll get the class 25 going. Put that on first, then the big boy, and they can both trundle around. Here's Big Boy coming through the platform area. And the Class 25 gradually catching up. And the interesting thing will be when the two pass each other on the curves. And the reason I've got these on, it's the worst possible case scenario I can think of, because that's where I'm going to get any collisions if I haven't got the spacing right on the track. It's on these curves because of the overhangs. But bags are room. So there we go, people. That's how far I've got so far, which I don't think is too bad since last weekend. I think the time taker really was connecting all the dropper wires up to the main bus and wiring up the points and the motors. I think that's probably where I spent the majority of my time. The actual track playing was relatively easy, to be honest. I suppose what I could have done was change that point there and got her to come in, but you'll see that on another day. It works anyway, I know that. Okay, so I will close now, and hopefully you've enjoyed that latest update. I've enjoyed doing this. It's been immensely satisfying doing this, it really has. And to be able to just scroll and not worry about derailing or anything like that. It's just a nice leisurely pace, which is exactly what I wanted. I haven't got to do anything. I can sit up here later on with my cup of coffee and just let the trains go round. There's the 25 coming up again. Let the trains go round at a leisurely pace and just enjoy myself, which I think is what this hobby is all about at the end of the day. It's enjoying the building and enjoying the running of the trains. Very, very happy. Now this will be an interesting shot here, because if it's going to make it in time, it might be a little bit too late, but you will see the hang of the Big Boy as she goes around here. Bag to room. That was the important bit. Okay, so that's it for now, and hopefully I'll speak to you again either midweek or next weekend. Probably next weekend though, I think. Okay, so bye for now, and hope you've enjoyed it. Bye.